Hola a todos y bienvenidos de nuevo a Spanish Sip by Sip. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Sophia. ¿Cómo están? We hope you've been practicing your holas and mucho gusto since our last episode.
Exactly. Last time we covered the absolute essentials of starting a conversation, but every good conversation also has to come to an end. So today we're going to learn how to say goodbye.
And once you've said hello, you'll probably want to get to know the person a little better. So we'll teach you how to ask that classic question, where are you from?
It's going to be a packed episode. Let's start with the goodbyes. Sofia, what's the most famous way to say bye in Spanish?
That would have to be adios, adios, with the accent on the O, adios.
Right. Adios. Now, it's interesting because while everyone knows this word, it can sometimes sound a little final, almost like farewell. You'll hear it, but day to day, people often use more casual phrases.
Totally. My personal favorite, and one you'll hear all over Latin America and Spain, is ciao, chao. It's borrowed from the Italian ciao, but in Spanish, it's only used for saying goodbye, never for hello. It's super friendly and common. Let's have our listeners try it. Ciao.
Great. Another really useful one is hasta luego.
Hasta luego. This literally means until later. Hasta means until, and luego means later. It's the perfect equivalent of see you later.
Mm-hmm. And remember the H in hasta is silent. Hasta luego. You can use this in almost any situation, formal or informal. It's a great safe choice.
Building on that, you can swap out luego for other time words. For example, if you know you'll see the person tomorrow, you can say hasta mañana. Mañana means tomorrow, so until tomorrow.
Or if you'll see them soon but you're not sure when, you can use hasta pronto. Pronto means soon.
Exactly. One more really common and friendly one is nos vemos.
Nos vemos. This literally means we see each other. It's a casual, friendly way of saying see ya. I use this one all the time.
So, to recap, we have the classic adios, the super common ciao, the versatile hasta luego, and the friendly nos vemos. You're pretty much set for any situation.
Definitely. So now that we can say hello and goodbye, let's fill in the middle of the conversation. Let's learn how to ask where someone is from.
Okay, the question you need to know is ¿de dónde eres?
Let's break that down. De means from, donde means where, and eres means you are. So, from where are you? This is the informal tú version we talked about last episode.
Right. Let's say it slowly for everyone. ¿De dónde eres? ¿De dónde eres?
Perfect. Now, how do you answer that? You use the phrase soy de, which means I am from.
So if you're from the United States, you would say soy de Estados Unidos.
If you're from Canada, soy de Canadá. From England, soy de Inglaterra. So, Sofía, ¿de dónde eres?
Soy de Estados Unidos and my mother is from Colombia. ¿Y tú, Alex, de dónde eres?
Soy de Canadá, pero mis padres son de México. See? It's a really simple and natural exchange.
And this is a great time for a quick grammar sip. Notice we are using eres from the question and soy from the answer. Both of these words come from the same verb ser, which means to be.
The grammar sip. I like that. Yes, ser is one of the most important verbs in Spanish. We use it to talk about permanent or lasting attributes, things like your identity, your occupation, and your origin. Where you're from is a part of who you are, so you use ser.
Right. You might know there's another verb for to be, which is estar. We use estar for more temporary things, like your location or your mood. You would say, estoy en casa. I am at home, not soy en casa.
That's a key distinction. Ser is for what you are, estar is for how you are. We'll definitely do a full episode on that later. But for now, just remember, when talking about where you're from, always use ser. Soy de.
Okay, so now that we've had our grammar sip, how about a little fun? It's time for our new segment.
El Quechere Corner.
This is where we talk about fun slang and regional differences across the Spanish speaking world. Today's topic: how to say something is cool.
Right, because you might learn one word but then travel somewhere else and find it use a completely different one. For example, in Spain, it's very common to hear guay.
Guay. You could say, Esa película es muy guay. That movie is very cool.
But if you go to Mexico, you're more likely to hear chido or padre.
Yeah, padre literally means father, but in Mexico, it's slang for cool or great. So you could hear que padre, which means how cool.
Then you travel down to Argentina and you might hear copado.
And in countries like Colombia, Venezuela, and Peru, they use the word that's in the title of our segment, chévere.
Que chévere. It's just a fun example of how rich and diverse the Spanish language is. The words you learn might change depending on where you are.
It really is. Well, I think that's about all the tips we have time for today. Shall we do a quick review of the main phrases?
Let's do it. How do you say see you later?
Hasta luego.
A super casual bye?
Chao.
The question, where are you from?
¿De dónde eres?
And the answer, I am from.
Soy de.
Fantastic. You now have the tools to start and end a simple conversation and get to know someone a little bit. That's a huge step.
It really is. Keep practicing and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's all part of the process.
You know, Sophia, I just said we'd talk about ordering coffee next time, but I'm feeling energized. Why wait?
I love that idea. It's such a practical skill, and who doesn't love coffee? Let's dive right in. The coffee shop bonus round.
All right, imagine you walk into a cafeteria. The simplest way to order is just to say what you want, followed by por favor.
Por favor. Porfavor. It means please, and it's your magic word. So you could say un café, por favor.
One coffee, please. Simple, direct, and perfectly polite. Let's have everyone try that. Un café, por favor.
But if you want to be a little more formal, a fantastic phrase is quisiera, which means I would like.
Quisiera. 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 It's a very gentle and polite way to ask for something. So you could say, quisiera un café, por favor.
Let's imagine a conversation. Alex, you be the camarero, the waiter or barista, and I'll be the customer.
Okay. Hola, ¿qué va a tomar?
Hola, quisiera un café, por favor.
Perfecto. ¿Algo más?
No, gracias. Eso es todo.
See? A simple, successful interaction. Algo más is a key phrase to know, and eso es todo is a perfect reply when you're done ordering.
Now, here's where it gets fun. Un café can mean different things in different places. We should probably cover the basic types of coffee.
Definitely. If you just ask for un café, you'll often get un café solo, a small, strong shot of espresso. It's the standard.
If you want what most Americans think of as coffee with milk, you should ask for un café con leche.
Con leche literally means with milk. This is usually about half espresso, half steamed milk, served in a larger cup.
A very popular choice in Spain is un cortado. It's an espresso shot cut with just a small splash of milk to reduce the acidity.
And if you want a larger, more diluted black coffee, like a standard American drip coffee, you can ask for un café americano.
So, let's review those key types: café solo, café con leche, cortado, and americano. Knowing those four will get you a great coffee almost anywhere.
All right, let's try our role play again, but this time order something specific.
Okay, you're the camarero.
Buenas tardes, ¿qué le pongo?
Buenas tardes. Quisiera un café con leche, por favor.
Claro que sí. ¿Algo más?
Sí, también una botella de agua, por favor.
Muy bien, un café con leche y una botella de agua. Enseguida.
And when you're all done and ready to pay, you just need to get the waiter's attention and say, la cuenta, por favor.
The bill, please. La cuenta. Simple and essential.
Wow, we've really packed this episode full of useful phrases, from hellos and goodbyes to ordering a much-needed coffee.
That's the goal, to give you real, practical Spanish you can use right away, sip by sip. We've covered so much, from greetings like hola and buenos dias to goodbyes like hasta luego and ciao. We learned to ask ¿De dónde eres? And to answer with soy de. We even learned half a dozen ways to say cool. And now you're ready to march into any cafeteria with confidence. I think that's more than enough for one session. Join us next time where we learn how to talk about your family and hobbies. Ciao!